Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening on Thursday. Tonight, we are going to be learning about the scholarships that you can receive from the Growing Opportunities program. Hannah and Emma are going to be going over how you can receive the scholarship, the application process, how you turn in receipts, the whole thing. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Hannah to kind of teach us how we get scholarships.
Thank you, Karen. Nice to see all of your shining faces this evening. I hope that your week has been going amazingly. I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you guys a presentation. Let me know if you can see this. Can everyone see this? I can't see you guys.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, beautiful. So this is a Q&A about the Go Program Scholarship. So as you guys already know, we do offer financial aid through the Go Program. I'm excited to talk to you about the scholarships. This is a really great opportunity to get financial aid for your business, for your professional development, things like that. So I hope that you take advantage of the opportunity. By no means is everyone required to apply for a scholarship, but it is definitely heavily encouraged. So I'm just going to jump right in. I think that it might be best if we save questions for the very end. I'm going to be going over the whole process, so I might answer some of the questions you have along the way. So we'll save questions for the end, but please, if you have a burning question that you might forget, just drop it in the chat and we'll talk about them all at the end in a conversation. Okay, so you must be wondering who is eligible to receive these scholarships. It is everybody. So if you are a mentee actively participating in the Go program, you are eligible to apply for a scholarship. So what does actively participating mean? It means you're engaging with us, you're engaging with your mentor, you're attending all of the class sessions, you're actively participating in the program. That makes you automatically eligible to apply. You can apply up to 2 times per cohort. So that means over the next 6 months, you can apply twice for a scholarship. And each time you can apply for up to $1,500. So it doesn't have to be exactly $1,500, but that's the maximum amount. So some things that are eligible to apply for this scholarship for are anything related to education, anything related to your professional development, and anything related to business or nonprofit expenses. So some examples of those might include if you are buying books, if you're in school and you need books, if you want to apply to school and you need to cover an application fee, professional development kind of things, certifications. If you want to attend a seminar or a workshop, we would cover the cost of that. If you want to buy some merchandise or promotional materials for your business, that would definitely qualify. Anything that is related to your professional development, to your business. We've had a lot of people apply for technology, so that's definitely a big one. So if you need a laptop, if you need a tablet, if you need a printer, if you need anything related to, using technology for your business, that would definitely qualify for the scholarship. And just to note, while you're filling out your application, there are examples of things that would qualify for a scholarship. And so if you have any questions about, whether or not the thing that I'm wanting to purchase qualifies, you can also just ask us. But equipment for your business, marketing, really anything related to your business. Things that don't qualify are things related to personal travel or leisure, payments towards bills or debt, and monthly subscription services. So we won't pay for your Netflix or Hulu, but if you did want to apply for a subscription service and you were paying upfront, let's say for Microsoft, or Rafe was just talking about having Google Workspace, that would qualify for the scholarship, as long as it's not a recurring subscription. So we would pay for like a 6-month subscription to Microsoft or Google Workspace, or a year. We would give you that the upfront money for that. But basically, if it's not related to your professional development, if it's not related to your business, it does not qualify for the scholarship. But we're very hands-on. We're always here to answer questions, and we will let you know if what you're applying for qualifies or not. So where do you apply? There is a separate scholarship portal. The reason for that is because we collect some more personal information from you for tax purposes. And it's also just a separate portal where you have an application and you do all of the processes for the scholarship. But it's also located in your dashboard, so very easily accessible. If you just look at that little side panel with all of the tabs, Go Scholarship is one of them. That will take you directly to the scholarship portal when you click on it. You will have to create an account the first time that you access it. Very easy, just an email and a password. You can use the same email and password that you've been using for other program-related things. It's a completely separate portal. The applications are already open. So you are able to apply immediately, and they'll be open until September 1st. So at the end of this cohort, that's when they'll close. So you have a pretty good amount of time to think about what you want to apply for and then complete and submit that application. I will say that it will be a little bit competitive. We have a lot of people in the program. And so if you do want a scholarship, definitely apply for it as soon as you can, but no need to, rush or frantically try to fill anything out, right this second. I saw that there was I heard that there was a question in the chat. I don't know if it's anything that I need to answer right now. I can't see
Hannah, it's for the end.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on. What is the process? So the first thing that you're going to do is fill out an application, and I'll go over what the application looks like in depth and all the questions that are going to be on that application on the next slides. And then we might have some revisions for you. So when we look at your application, there might be something missing that you might have forgot to upload, or some more details that we need, and you'll receive communication from us telling you we've left some comments on your application. Please address those revisions, and then you'll resubmit it. And once you're awarded the scholarship, you're going to sign an agreement. All it really is just electronically signing it by typing in your name, just saying that you agree to the terms of the scholarship. And then once you receive the funds and spend them, you are going to submit a report, basically just showing us that you used the scholarship money on what we agreed that you would use it for. So I'm going to dive into the application, and I've included some screenshots of what the scholarship portal looks like throughout this, just so you can see. So this is a screenshot of what the beginning of the application looks like. There is really not too many questions, but one thing I do want to note is that we really hope that this will be good practice for you, because you will be filling out a lot of paperwork, a lot of forms when you're starting your business or continuing to grow your business. You might be applying for loans, you might apply for grants. And so we hope that this will serve as some good practice for kind of going through that process and filling things out accurately, and kind of describing what your goals are. So the first thing we ask you is the total amount that you're requesting. And you'll get that total amount by listing each item with its exact cost. So I don't know if you can see here, but this is actually in the application, but this is an example. So let's say that I would like to get an LLC, which is $85. So I would list Arizona LLC filing, $85. Let's say that I wanted to get a laptop. I would list the name of the laptop and how much it costs. So you will see here that I put estimated shipping and tax. There will be shipping and tax if you're ordering something online most of the time. And so we encourage you to include that in your scholarship so that you don't have to pay that out of pocket. And you can always see that, like if you're on Amazon, for example, and you're ordering a book or a laptop, whatever it might be, if you go to that last page, like pretending like you're about to pay, it will show you what the estimated shipping and taxes. So definitely include that for any items that you think might have that, if you can, because we want to be able to cover that for you as well. And then let's say the last thing that I have are some business cards, and that's $34.99. So you'll see that I listed out every single item and exactly how much it costs. And the total is $1,000 and $1,074.66. So that's my total, and that's my exact costs, each item that I would like to buy. The next question, it will ask you to upload proof of the costs. And so all that really is taking a screenshot of either a web page. So let's say I had my, Lenovo laptop pulled up on Amazon. I would just take a screenshot showing the item and the cost next to it. Let's say I was on another website with the business cards, just take a screenshot of that. Or if there's another way, like you have a PDF, you can upload any kind of document, just something showing that it is the item and it costs how much you listed that it costs. And then the next question, this, you don't have to go too crazy with the details of the request, but we do ask you to give maybe a couple of sentences, a paragraph, just describing each item, what are these purchases going to do for you? So how is this going to help with growing your business or nonprofit? How is this going to help with supporting your professional development goals, supporting your education? Just a really brief description of why you're purchasing these items. This one, Emma, I will ask you to kind of elaborate more on like the tax part of this, but if you already do own a business, there is an optional spot for you to upload proof of business ownership. So that could be your articles of incorporation, your LLC filing, your EIN, your listing on the Arizona Corporation Commission. If you don't already have a business, please don't worry about that part. No worries at all. But if you do, it would be a good idea to upload that proof for tax purposes. Emma, do you want to expand on what that means, the tax stuff?
Yeah, sure. So we always recommend when it comes tax season and you're a business owner, it's always a good idea to work with some sort of accountant or advisor to help you kind of work through your expenses and your taxes. But essentially our goal with this is that if you're a business owner and you're buying business expenses, that is a tax break for you. But the scholarship is income for you. So it essentially becomes a wash. It's a taxable income for your business. So if you're expending it to your business and it's being taxed in your business, it essentially washes out at the end of the day. But yes, it will be taxed. So I knew that there was a question up here from Blake. Yeah, so it's better to use your business ownership here so that we know to tax your business and not yourself personally.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for explaining that. The next question, this is the last question of the application. It's just identity verification. So all we're asking is just proof that you are who you say you are applying for the application. So whether that be a driver's license, whether that be a student ID, another government issued ID, it could be even a utility bill with your name on it, anything just showing your identity, you are who you say you are. So that's the application. I hope that it doesn't seem too overwhelming. It really is not that many questions. But as you're going through it, just make sure that, first that maybe you talk with your mentor first about, what kind of items or what expenses might be best for me at this time for my business. How can I maximize this money for the most success or professional development, whatever it might be. So be strategic. We want this to help you and to either really be able to get your business up off the ground or give you some other kinds of certifications or make your life easier with technology. So definitely be strategic about what you're applying for, but just take your time going through it. We're not super strict by any means, and we're definitely here to help if you need help with any part of the application. So the next part that you might have is revision. So just in case you might have to provide more clarification, or maybe you uploaded a screenshot of something that wasn't included in the list of items that you were buying, or maybe we need more clarification in the details part, like how is this going to support you? We'll leave a comment on the application and it'll look exactly like this. And we'll send you a message and it will just say, hey, the Go team has some questions or comments, please address them, and we'll tell you which questions they are. And then you just scroll down. And then once you make those revisions, you'll resubmit your application. But it's important to note, so if we do send your application back to you for any reason, until you address those comments or questions, it will be considered incomplete. So just make sure that you're responding timely in order to get the scholarship funds, but also reaching out to us if you're not sure what we mean by anything. So yay, you were awarded a scholarship for $1,500. So within 5 days of getting that award, you'll be sent an email and it'll say congratulations. We will ask you to submit the agreement. So I know this looks so long and ridiculous. It's just a bunch of kind of like legal language just related to basically saying that I will use the funds for what I say I'm going to use them for. I will submit a report after I use the funds, and basically agreeing that, we have the right to, make changes, which likely won't happen, but you can read through all of this. I encourage you to, so that you just know all of the different things that you're agreeing to. It's not super long. But the other thing we'll ask you to do in your agreement is just give us an address. So it could be a business address, it could be a personal address. We'll just ask you to specify whether it is business or personal, because we are going to mail you a physical check. So we'll ask you to put that. And then we are going to ask you to sign a W-9. So that's the tax stuff that Emma was talking about. So the W-9 is within the agreement. So we just ask you to fill that out, and we'll use that for the tax purposes. So if you have a business, that's where you'll put your EIN. But if you don't have a business, you just put your social, just like you would fill out any other tax form. And then the last thing is you electronically sign it. You just type your name. And then once you send that in, we'll get it and we'll mark it complete. And you should receive the funds within a couple of weeks of signing your agreement. We try to get the funds out as fast as we can, but we are putting them through the mail. So it'll be at least, I would say, like a week and a half, 2 weeks before you receive the funds. But just so you're kind of aware of that timeline. And then the last step, you will spend the funds and we'll ask you within 50 days of receiving that award, we're just going to ask you for a report. So this is what the report looks like. We basically just ask, have you used the funds? So you just click yes or no. And then we ask you to give us just a little bit of an overview. So you told us in the application that the funds would support you in XYZ ways. Now we just want to know, did they support you? How did you use them? In what ways did they help you? The items that you bought. And then the last thing that you'll do here is you'll upload proof of expenses. So kind of the same thing as uploading proof of cost. If you are purchasing, let's say, something from Amazon, you'll just take a screenshot of the page, either confirming the payment or confirming shipping, whatever it might be, just confirming that you ordered the item. Maybe it's a picture of a receipt if you went to the store and purchased something. Maybe it's a picture of an invoice, whatever it might be. We just ask you to upload that proof. That's it. So those are all the different components of the application. I know it probably felt like so much information being thrown at you. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming, but we'd be happy to answer your questions now. I don't know what was asked in the chat, but
We have one in the chat about eligibility of eligibility cost of LLC and licenses. So, Jeremy, are you asking if that's an eligible expense?
Correct, which I think in the example you just said it was, so.
Yep, all
Yes,
good.
that's
We will definitely
absolutely
cover that.
eligible. Yeah.
Jason, I saw your question. Will our documents provided from the last cohort roll over? And the simple answer is that every application is unique. So every time you apply, it's a brand new application. So we will ask you to re-upload like your ID and your W-9 and all that stuff. I think Rafe has his hand raised. Rafe, go ahead.
Being that I'm doing the construction thing, I believe you answered this. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding correctly. I could apply for a grant or whatever scholarship, and I can utilize that for tools and building materials, correctly?
Absolutely. Yeah. We would encourage you to use it for supplies. We had someone last cohort, they had a moving business. So they purchased all sorts of stuff for their moving business. We had someone who had a landscaping company. He actually bought a trailer with it. So yes, supplies, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And do you have any recommendations to where to order business cards?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of small business recommendations local, but I would say that Office Max is always reasonably priced and easy to pick up. Jason put Vistaprint in the chat. There's a lot of different printing companies that we can recommend to you if you're curious, but I really always like, yeah, Vistaprint's great. The local Staples and Goodwill are great. Look, everyone's dropping recommendations in the chat.
I love that.
Thank y'all for that.
And I did want to add to that. Sorry, I didn't know if I cut someone off. When you're going to be matched with your mentors very soon, I would definitely consult your mentor of like, okay, here's what I'm thinking that I'm going to purchase, and see if they have any recommendations for maybe where you can buy things or how to maximize the money.
I was going to say too, we had some people in the last cohort, if like the trailer, for instance, that ended up being around $3,000. So he requested a scholarship for $1,500 of the $3,000, and that's fine too. So if your expense ends up being larger than the amount that we're able to award, just leave a note on there. I understand that my expense is larger than the amount that you're able to award, because otherwise we'll just reiterate that to you. But say your equipment ends up being $3,000, we can cover $1,500 of that.
Did
What
the
other
question
questions do we have?
did the question in the chat, did you answer that one already, Emma? The one that about taxes?
About taxes?
Yeah.
Yep, we answered that about midway through. So yes, it is a taxable income, and you can also, because it's a business expense, it is also a tax break in your taxes. So both, and yes, it is a taxable income.
No other questions?
Joanna.
Figure out how I can unmute here. Okay. So my question is very personal to my situation. But probably might qualify with someone else. So my business, I never closed it. I never did anything with it. It just sits there. It is sitting there. It is still open on Google. I literally just walked away from this business. What do I do? What do I do? In that case, how do I check to see if my EIN, I didn't pay taxes? I mean, my situation is, it's a little scary to me. So I'm looking for advice on where I would attempt to handle that.
I would definitely, that is a great conversation topic to work with your mentor on. You can check the IRS website about your EIN, make sure it's still active. And you can also check the Arizona Corporation Commission, and I'm sure you had a login at one point, and check and see if your LLC is still active and in good standing. Those are two places that I would start, but I would definitely work with your mentor, and you guys will meet your mentors probably tomorrow, actually for sure tomorrow. So that would be an awesome place for you to start with your mentor and just say, be open with them. This is what they're here for.
Fabulous, Emma. I thought that was going to be it, but I figured nobody was asking questions, so might as well throw it in anyway.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
I'm sure if I can just add to that, the classes that you're going to be attending on every Thursday from here on out with Manny, those are 2-hour classes, and those are kind of open forums also.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the second one might be on tax. He'd be able to answer that question as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Manny definitely would be an excellent resource for that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Good question.
I'm also going to drop in the chat a quick reminder. I know about 15 of you filled out this form that I'm dropping in the chat. We are going to send welcome kits to everyone who's participating in the program. So we need your preferred mailing address. If you can please provide your mailing address on this form if you haven't already, because a lot of you have, most of you have. But if you haven't already, please remember to do that. We'll probably send them out next week or the following week.
So I'm going to take the opportunity to kind of switch subjects a little bit since we're kind of wrapping up with this. I want to thank everybody for attending every Thursday. You are the most amazing cohort ever. Yeah, thank you for all of you, because I've been hosting these fireside chats since we started, and this is the best cohort. You guys attend everyone. So we have met and we have your matches ready. So I will be sending out the automated email and then your message on the platform tomorrow. So you will be notified of the next steps, all of that tomorrow. If for some reason you are confused, you didn't see the message, something, check your email, check the messenger on the platform. If you still didn't see anything, you can reach out to us. Any questions with that? No? Okay.
I have a question. I got a question before we go moving on.
Okay.
Because I didn't go through the WhatsApp.
You're fine. You'll still receive notification. You'll receive it in your email.
Okay. And that's not gonna. I can just give my mentor my direct phone number, right? Because I don't have time for that WhatsApp crap.
Yeah.
That thing has never worked for me for anything else, and stuff ain't happening. So I'd rather just give them my direct phone line and my direct email. That works, okay?
Yeah, that's up to each individual relationship. I'm sure that it'll be more that will be okay with your mentor.
And when you're starting, you'll use that mentoring platform, the messaging feature, to talk to each other. So I would start that conversation there and just say, hey, is it okay if I give you my personal, email and phone number? And then you can get the ball rolling of that conversation.
The most important thing
I think-
is to remember to log your sessions on the platform. If you don't remember, email me. I can send you screenshots. I can walk you through it. Any of those things. So maybe I'll send that in the recap. The recap from this meeting, I usually send out on Friday. I'm going to be sending out on Monday, so you don't get bombarded with a bunch of emails from us. Okay. Any other questions?
This was a fast meeting today.
No.
I sped through it. Oh,
JC,
someone.
I think
JC, you
it's
can
not
just come off
necessary.
mute.
I just want to say thank you. It's a great program. The only really questions I have is now just to think about how best I could utilize it and then take advantage of it. But I think you did a great job in your presentation. That's why there really wasn't a lot of questions.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Hannah, you did a good job, Hannah.
Yes, you were very thorough. You were very process detail oriented. You answered it. It was good. That's
great.
Hannah, you did such a good job. I'm going to give you all the claps. Okay.
Kill me.
You're getting all the celebrations.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if that's everyone's question. Oh, Donna, go ahead.
Okay, so this is my first time in here. So I'm looking at the syllabus. What happens next? So we go into the next section of the
Oh.
program. How does that work?
So as far as classes go, it's still the same rhythm. So every Thursday at 5:30, we'll still meet on here. But you will now have more instruction, and it will be with Manny, who you've met prior. You might have forgotten, which is okay. And he's going to start going in depth about how to start your small business. So he's going to be giving you 2-hour classes every Thursday, 5:30 to 7:30, and you can see on your syllabus those topics. The other next steps is tomorrow around noon, you will receive an email from the mentoring platform and from me on the messenger and the platform who your match is. So I'm going to match you with your mentor tomorrow. And then from there, you can start meeting with your mentor.
Okay. Sounds
So
good.
those are the next steps. Yeah, that was
Cool.
a great question.
I'm so excited for you guys to meet your mentors. You have no idea.
Yeah. I know. We're really excited too.
Jeremy, yes.
So how are we meeting them? Through like email, through some sort of communication that way?
So let me
Or we'll be in like one of our course areas or our mentor cloud, I should say. There should be information in there.
yeah. So let me
Okay.
just share my screen really quick. So just to kind of remind you all. So this right here is the messenger. So you'll receive, like this is telling me that I have a message. So you'll receive something in here that tells you have a message. How you'll get notified is that you'll receive an email that says, the admin messaged you, the Mentor Cloud admin messaged you. The Mentor Cloud admin is me. And the title will be, congratulations, you've been matched. So you'll go into the platform, you'll click the messenger, and it will have who your mentor is, you. And then in the message itself, it will have also who your mentor is, your name, and then the next steps. So the next steps are, within the next 3 business days, mentee reach out to who your mentor is and arrange like your meeting date. How you reach out to your mentor is through this messenger. So create a new message, create new, type in your mentor's name, subject, kickoff meeting, and then like message like, hey, Emma, so nice to meet you. Are you available Monday at 5?
Mhm.
And then hit send.
Excellent. Thank you very much for the recall.
Yeah, that was a great question too.
I'm going to steal your kickoff for the subject line.
Yeah, please do. Make it as easy as possible.
Subject lines are the hardest part of email sometimes. I did have
That's
one
why
more
I
thing
said
to
it
add.
joking, but serious. That I
Yeah.
like that. I
No, it
like
actually is.
One more thing to add on that is if you did over the last week receive a message from any mentors in the program saying that they wanted to match with you or something like that, just know that is not your assigned mentor that we've assigned you. We have assigned you a very specific mentor based on all of the things that you've told us about yourselves and based on all the things that your mentors have told themselves about us. So if someone has reached out to you over the last week, feel free to ignore that. We have a mentor for you. You'll receive the email tomorrow. We have to be very specific on these things. Okay. Any
Yeah.
other things? I feel like let's call it.
Yeah, go eat dinner.
Woo!
Hungry.
Thank you guys for coming to this.
But I think we're Jesse's gonna stay behind. We're gonna help him with
Yes.
something. Yeah.
And Joanna, if you need to stay behind to ask us any questions about anything, I know we were chatting about that. So if you want to stay behind and ask us questions you have, you're welcome to as well.
But everybody else, have a great night. Thank you so much for spending your
everyone.
Thursday
Thank
evening
you.
with us. We appreciate you.
You guys have a good night too. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah, Emma, and Karen, and I'm going to get right on that. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. As always, have a great week, and I'll see you next week.
Awesome.
Thank you. Enjoy hiking
Bye,
this week.
Jeremy.
Yes.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Bye,
you,
Cindy.
ladies.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Isaiah, what's your question? Well, we have you on.
I just want to know how long was the results.
How long until you get the video?
Yeah, I'm kind of
You
like
can
part of me
stop
is like
recording, Karen.
super excited and nervous at the same time.
No, you did an amazing job. We will have the video back in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
It takes some time for editing, but you were amazing. We got such great footage of you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that with us.
No, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I was telling everybody, I was like, man, I didn't even feel like an interview. I swear. He told me one thing, and then I was thinking in my head, like, oh, this is not it. This is just this is like a pre-reference to it. So then when he was like, we're done, I was like, we're done. What you mean we're done? It threw
It's
me
very
off.
conversational.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
makes
was.
it feel just like a conversation.
It really was. I was like, what? We're done? That's it?
And you did a great job. You really did.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I was all my nervousness went out the window when I sat in that seat and I got to having that conversation about how passionate I am about my business. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys are godsend. I thank you guys very much for the time you guys spend with us. So thank you. Thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you,
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
You guys
Have a
have a great
wonderful
week.
day.
I'll be working these
too.
doubles this week. So
Oh man.
Good luck.
I'll see you when I see you on the other
Don't
side.
get any more burns.
Oh,
See you
I
soon.
got sleeves for that now.
Good.
Good.
All right, you guys have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
You
Bye.
too.
Hey Jesse, thanks so much for staying on. We just wanted to check because we didn't see your profile complete on the mentoring platform. So we wanted to make sure that we got it complete so we can match you tomorrow. Are you there, Jesse?
It looks.
Karen, can you stop recording?
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.